Happy Independence Day, and RIP Will Smith. I thought we'd celebrate today by taking a look at some of the best special features of all time produced for the original DVD of Independence Day. Welcome back to the Act of Violence channel. My name is Alec. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the special features of Independence Day on DVD. Independence Day has a very interesting history on physical media. This movie came out in 1996. By November, it came out on VHS and Laserdisc. The first DVDs in America started releasing in March of 1997. However, Independence Day would not see a DVD release until the year 2000, with this, the 5-star collection, which has some of the best special features of all time. The first special feature I want to talk about from this DVD release is the original ending. Now, that's one of the big marketed pieces with this set, is the original biplane ending with the character of Russell. What's interesting is it has a commentary over it, and it's Dean Devlin basically talking about how all the changes were made basically to help the story. So we're seeing the footage originally of him getting rejected when they're looking for pilots. Like, there's a little bit more to that scene where he gets fully rejected. Then later on in the movie, he just shows up in his biplane with missiles strapped to it. Like, he knew it was a suicide mission when he got in his plane. That's one of the key differences, is he decides that he has to do that in the actual theatrical version. Also, it's pretty unrealistic for a biplane to be up there flying around with these alien ships and these F-18 fighter jets. So that's the first really cool special feature included on this. The next one is called Creating Reality, a 30-minute making of Independence Day documentary. And I gotta say, sometimes making of stuff is not super entertaining, but I learned so much about the making of this movie. I've never actually sat down and watched this special feature until I made this video. I've watched all the other ones. And so all of these, I think, all of the special features that are on here as well, but they're not in the same interactive menus, and it was compiled and put together for this release. DVD is where special features were at. Like, Blu-ray sometimes just carries the same stuff over, and that's what we want. We want it to carry over. But like, when it does that, it can't take credit for creating what the DVD did. But this Creating Reality documentary, right? It starts with cool mockumentary-style footage, which actually hints at another special feature we'll get into. You get to see all of the models that they used. They explain how the motion control works on this movie. One of the coolest sequences, you get to see how they destroyed the White House with a model. And, I mean, I always knew it was a model, but like, seeing it is different. My favorite part was probably seeing all the different alien puppets and versions that they created for this movie. Like, this is where you thrive. Where you're doing compositing, you're doing, CGI, you're doing models, miniatures, all of this stuff mixed together. And the mid to late 90s was perfect for that. Titanic is another big example. Then you've also got The ID4 Invasion, a 22-minute alien invasion mockumentary. And I gotta say, that's a little misleading. Only about the first 10 minutes of this are a mockumentary. The 12 remaining minutes are just some dude talking about how cool Independence Day is going to be and we should all go see it in theaters. But most of it, the first 10 minutes, which is really cool and probably my favorite special feature on here, is basically all of the news footage that you see in the movie and a ton of extra news footage too, from the perspective of people seeing this event happen. I did notice that it doesn't include all of the footage. It doesn't include, like, for example, Russell Case saying, "They're gonna kill us all." Like, that TV interview's not on there, but there is additional footage from, actual actors from the movie in this too, which is pretty cool. This is a truly, supplemental special feature. Some of the other news footage, like, for example, the helicopter scene where they're talking about all the lights mounted on the helicopter. There's extended footage there because not all of that scene is in there. They shot extra stuff and then probably just used what they needed. There was an interesting piece of lore in here, though, basically that the U.S. Army did not support this movie because they used Area 51. They were like, we'll support it if you just, remove all references to Area 51, and they were like, no. The last special feature on this set that I want to talk about today is the making of ID4, HBO First Look. It opens up with Jeff Goldblum outside what appears to be Area 51 in black and white footage. And Jeff Goldblum in this special is the most Jeff Goldblum-y he has ever been. He's basically just a framing device, but this is actually a really interesting special too, but It is one of those things, like in the 90s they did this. You have a lot of these, it just shows clips from the movies. It's like a long trailer and then actors talking about it. And I gotta say, of course, this isn't Area 51, this is Area ID 4, where they're hiding all the secrets about Independence Day, the movie coming out. It's a fascinating framework for a little short documentary promoting your movie that obviously aired on HBO back in the day, but I appreciated how it was included on the disc. That's really cool. I like that. The last section on this DVD menu actually has the Apple computer ad, which is just very amusing because I never saw this ad until I just now watched it on this disc. And people make fun of, the ending of this movie, how he basically saves the world using an Apple computer. It also has the original Super Bowl ad and other trailers as well, of course. So in 2016, 20 years after the original release, for the 20th anniversary, they released the 20th anniversary edition, which has all the same special features from the DVD release I was just showing you, and one new special feature, all new documentary, Independence Day, A Legacy Surging Forward. Now, to be honest, most of this stuff just seemed like press for the new movie, you know what I mean? I will say, though, the Blu-ray of this looks great. I haven't yet picked this movie up on 4K, which is surprising to me. I think it would look really good on 4K. But if you've watched the 4K before, let me know in the comments. Lastly, there is one of the coolest special features of all time in the Independence Day Resurgence Blu-ray, surprisingly enough. And I know, none of you are going to have this in your collection. None of you are as insane as I am. I liked the first movie enough that I felt like I could buy this one. I think it was on clearance for like $3 at a Zia Records when I lived in Arizona a few years ago. Still has a Walmart sticker on there, funny enough. The special feature I'm talking about is called The War of 1996, and it is basically a special feature that's supposed to be about the first movie, the events of the first movie. This is way cooler in concept than it is executed in this actual feature. The thing is, this special feature definitely belongs on this and not the 20th anniversary, because all it's doing is hyping up Independence Day Resurgence. It's basically explaining everything that happened sort of since the war. It's not like a documentary about the actual war itself. And it just uses clips from the movie, it doesn't use like archival footage or like photos or anything, new footage-wise. It just uses like literally just CGI crazy clips from the movie. I remembered this special feature even being better than it was. And I like Independence Day so much that every few years I convince myself maybe Independence Day Resurgence wasn't so bad. I can't remember what I hate about it. And then I watch it and I'm like, oh yeah. That thing sucks. Has some great effects in it, but it sucks. I just think that they could have executed that much better. Well, that's it. If you're not watching Jaws this weekend, definitely watch Independence Day on maybe VHS. And if you like this video, be sure to check out this one and hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching.